Welcome to New College Swindon and Accountancy. My name is Steve Holmes and I'm the course leader for all the accountancy courses run at the college. Firstly, I'd like to give you a brief overview of the discipline of accounting, highlighting the two strands to the subject. I'll then outline the structure of the courses we offer at the college, and then finally work through a short activity which covers one of the areas of accounting that you will be studying on either of the courses on offer. So what is accountancy? Accountancy is a practice of recording, classifying, and reporting on business transactions for any business. It provides feedback to management regarding the financial results and status of an organisation, as well as providing vital financial information to the different stakeholders of the business. So there are two strands in accounting: financial and management accounting. So how do they differ? Well, financial accounting is the area of accounting which concentrates on the preparation of financial information. It uses actual figures to prepare financial statements, profit and loss account, and the statement of financial position, otherwise known as the balance sheet. Financial accountants will apply accounting concepts and standards in order to provide accurate and consistent financial statements, which are used by a variety of external stakeholders. Management accounting, on the other hand, looks internally at a business. It looks at such areas as how much it costs to make a unit of production, preparing and monitoring budgets, and making sure long-term decisions. Although management accountants will use financial historic data, they will also use current and future figures to make predictions and help the business to make the right decisions regarding things like making a new product, investing in some machinery, or whether to make or buy a product. I'd like to now go on to talk about the two courses that we offer at New College. Many students will choose to study a selection of A-levels with a view to continue to pursue a degree at university. For those who aspire to study finance and accounting at university, the A-level accounting course is a good stepping stone, providing solid underpinning knowledge and understanding in the subject area. Students have typically taken a mixture of other A-level subjects to complement this choice. For example, mathematics, English language, economics, business, psychology, sociology, and even French. Many universities are keen to see that students have studied a good spread of academic A-levels rather than just subjects in the same discipline. An alternative route into the field of accountancy is to start studying for the Association of Accounting Technicians. As a 16 to 18-year-old student, you will study the Foundation Certificate in Accounting in the first year, with the Advanced Diploma in Accounting in the second year, alongside other A-level or vocational courses. The first year comprises 5 units over 5 hours per week, whereas the second year comprises 5 further units over 10 hours per week. This set of qualifications are industry specific and vocational in nature. They seek to equip you with the knowledge and skills to be able to gain employment or an apprenticeship in accounting. Both qualification routes, the A-level or the AAT, cover the two strands of accounting: financial accounting and management accounting. In financial accounting, we cover double entry bookkeeping, preparing financial statements, bank reconciliations and control accounts, as well as preparing journals. Within your management accounting studies, you will learn about different costing methods, as well as appraising both short-term and long-term projects and applying budgeting techniques. The two types of qualification do have different entry requirements. For the A-level, at least 5 GCSE passes with Maths and English at grade C or higher. For the AAT qualification, at least 5 GCSE at grade 4 or higher, including Maths and English language. It must be noted that the A-level qualification involves a significant amount of written work, and students will be required to express accounting concepts clearly and succinctly. There will be 2 3-hour written papers at the end of the second year. The AAT qualification is assessed throughout the 2 years by a series of online examinations. You will be assessed continually by way of 5 online assessments per year. Therefore, you will know how you're performing throughout the course. Furthermore, at each level of the AAT qualification, students will undertake a semantic assessment which seeks to draw the strands together in a meaningful whole. I will say that both courses will enable you to pursue your accountancy, whether you choose to go on to university or whether you choose to join an accounting practice or a company and to continue with your professional qualifications afterwards. So they're just 2 different ways of approaching accountancy. What I'd like to do now is to look at a taster activity, a sort of an activity that we would that we do in class, which looks at how we can find the variable and fixed costs of a particular cost structure for a level of activity. So this activity relates to how we calculate different parts of the cost of a unit if we're given the total cost and how many units have been produced. So first one to notice that the total cost equals the fixed costs plus the variable costs. Those are 2 main types of costs that make up a unit of production. In the graph, you can see the fixed costs, the red or orange line, is a horizontal line. So the costs stay the same no matter how many units are produced in total. And the variable cost is the diagonal line, and that is constant, and that stays the same per unit. So if we want to find out which bits of the cost structure is fixed and which bit is variable, we can use a graph, and if it's detailed enough, we can pick off the figures from that. Alternatively, we can use the mathematical equation called the straight line equation, which you may have hopefully studied at your GCSE maths. So y equals mx plus c, or y equals bx plus a. So c or a are constant, that would represent the fixed cost element, and the mx or the bx is the variable cost. The m or the b, that would be the gradient of the line. The x is but the number of units multiplying that by. So you've got your y-axis as the vertical axis, the x-axis is the horizontal axis. In order to mathematically work out which bit is variable, which bit's fixed, we go through 3 steps. First of all, we calculate the variable cost per unit, which is this diagonal line. Then we calculate the total variable cost by multiplying the variable cost per unit by the level of activity. And then finally, we calculate the fixed cost elements, which is fixed costs equals total costs minus variable costs. So we're rearranging the formulae: total costs equals fixed costs plus variable costs. And fixed costs equals total costs minus variable costs. So in this activity, we've got 6 months, we've got 6 activity levels, and we've got their respective total costs for each of those activity levels. I've recorded the figures in a table, and we've left blank the variable costs and the fixed costs which we need to calculate. So if we look at the 3 steps, so first of all, we want to calculate the variable costs per unit, which is the vertical line. So what we do is, to find the gradient of this line, we have to find the difference in the costs at the 2 levels of output. If we take the highest level of output and the lowest level of output in their respective costs, we get 41,150 minus 36,250 divided by the level of output 2450 minus 1750. So that, break that down, that gives us £4,900 divided by 700 units. That's the difference in cost, difference in units. So the variable cost per unit is £7 per unit. We can then multiply the £7 by the number of units, 2,450 units, to get £17,150. Finally, we deduct the total costs, so the variable cost from the total cost to get the fixed cost element, which is 24,000. That's that straight line. If you go back, that's that horizontal straight line, the fixed cost. And that stays constant no matter what the level of output is. Per unit, the fixed cost will be less per unit the more you produce, but in total, it stays the same. And the variable cost in total will increase, but per unit will stay the same. So if we fill in our table, we've got our activity levels. We've got the variable cost, which is £7 per unit. So 7 times 1,800 is 12,600. Plus our fixed cost of 24,000 gives us 36,000. And we can go through a similar process. So hopefully you found that interesting. Hopefully you've whetted your appetite and you've learned a little bit more about accountancy. And I look forward to seeing some of you in the future, and all the best with your GCSEs. Thank you very much for watching and listening.